one of my favorite bands of all time is Jethro Tull. And Jethro Tull has a massive body of work. If you're a person who's listened to it, you know this very well. Or if you're a person who hasn't, you're new to them, just know there's so many Jethro Tull albums. And there are so many good ones. Today I was thinking about what was an album Jethro Tull that I didn't quite get into on the first listen, and that was changed with further additions, remasters, and expansions of that album. And that would be Broadsword Beast. My first listening experience was the CD version before the first remaster, and there were a couple of songs on it that I was quite into, but the album as a whole, not so much. Then came out the first remaster. That had a whole bunch of extra outtakes and additional songs that were added to it, and the mix sounded so much better than the original CD mix. And my feelings changed quite a bit about it then, but not so much as this next version that came out just a little while ago, which is this version, this tremendously expansive version with the Steven Wilson remixes and more outtakes than you're going to count on fingers. um, it's quite cool, actually. There are so many discs to this. Disc one includes the original album and some associated recordings from the time, including Jacqueline is one of my favorite Jethro Tull songs, period. Both the original mix and the further versions of it, but especially the acoustic version that you can get on this album. There's a lot of versions out there that we could talk about. And I think I'm going to do a little episode sometime on what I call Chasing Jacqueline, just because we can talk about the different versions and which ones I like the best. But there isn't quite as expansive a portrait of this album as you get here. And this changed my whole view of where this sits in Jethro Tull, as far as the canon goes, where I rate the canon. And honestly, it's one of my favorite albums now. It wasn't in the beginning, not by any means, but with all this extra stuff, this ephemera, the cool mixes, the way it sounds better, it's definitely moved up there. So if you're a person who is a Jethro Tull fan and you didn't like Broadsword and the Beast, check this one out and see if it changes your opinion on it. If you're a person who's just barely getting into Jethro Tull, is this a place to start? Probably not, but it might be fun, especially with some of the additional songs and the additional mixes. Like I said, that Jacqueline version is just killer. So, and my word, what Steven Wilson did with the sound on it is amazing. And getting to listen to the surround sound mix as well, it's just a fantastic experience. It makes the album so different, and it makes you feel very, very spatial, for a lack of a better way to describe it. Anyway, I love the album. And when I go around doing the Jethro Tull discography ranking, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to negotiate with the original version versus this. I think we'll just talk about, the remaster stuff and maybe not include the outtakes and everything. But maybe there'll be time for an actual Jethro Tull deep dive into these amazing box sets. Jethro Tull has been putting out these amazing box sets of all of their albums, and I think they're all worth checking out, especially if you're a Jethro Tull fan. Anyway, those are some thoughts on Jethro Tull, the Broadsword, and the Beast. And I hope you check it out if you haven't. And if you have and not checked out this version, check it out for sure. Anyway, have a nice day out there.